This is KGW News at Sunrise.
A federal trial begins today to decide the fate of Oregon's voter-approved gun control measure, that is Measure 114. We'll have a preview taking a look at both sides of the controversial law. Coming up, it's one of this morning's top stories.
Also this morning, we are live in McMinnville getting ready for an event known as Taste of Mac. I like it. It's only been known that, Rod, for a short minute because this is the first year of the event.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're letting you know about it this morning. So Saturday is the event. Today we give you the preview. We're inside one of the participating restaurants. This is 1882 Grill, the top floor of the grill there on 3rd Street in downtown McMinnville. We'll have more from Eric Patterson behind the camera there coming up a little bit later this morning here on Sunrise.
I was going to say, are those dumplings they're doing?
Like dumplings.
You guys had the better eyesight than I had. The monitor that's way over there on the studio, I'm like this the whole time during our show. What are we looking at exactly? I knew where we were, and I know that this man is now a bigger part of our show. So Chris McGinnis, who really hasn't been a part of the Sunrise show 5 days a week since before the pandemic, for goodness sakes, is back with us on a full-time basis Monday through Friday.
3+ years. Nice to be back, guys.
It took a while for him to get well rested, didn't it?
Yeah. Now we turn our back to him because it's still about the weather.
Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous, right? There's Mount St. Helens, the Rose Festival still parked along the Fun Center Park anyway, down along the waterfront. 54 is the early morning number. Gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be warming up. Over the weekend we went, I think it was 81, 77. Today's 72 and up to 84. And by the way, those north winds that have been breezy to gusty at times, we expect that again today. Here's Mr. Chris McGinnis.
So you got a tailwind coming in and out of the couve this morning, right? Let's take you to the west side, Highway 26, 217. Traffic smooth on that side of town. We'll switch gears real quick behind door number 2. This is I-205 over near Rocky Butte. We're in pretty good shape there. Guys, no crashes, no unexpected delays on the freeways right now.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Chris. The federal trial for Measure 114 begins today. That is the voter-passed gun control law that restricts access to guns in Oregon.
This trial will decide if Measure 114 is legal under the U.S. Constitution. The law has been on hold ever since November when a Harney County judge issued a temporary restraining order preventing it from going into effect. Both Oregon's Attorney General and the Department of Justice asked the state Supreme Court to overturn that ruling, but the Supreme Court denied both petitions. And it also says it will not step in until the case plays out in Harney County. That case is expected to pick up again in September.
Meantime, a Washington senator has asked the state's attorney general to decide what pawn shops are supposed to do with certain guns they've accepted as collateral. The state passed an assault weapons ban back in April that, among other things, prohibits the sale of assault-style weapons. But pawn shop owners say the language doesn't clarify if they can give a gun back to its owner or sell it if the customer doesn't pay off their loan. Cornelius Hawker with our sister station in Seattle has the story.
At Pistol Annie's in Bonnie Lake,
this is a handguard for an AR.
They're not fans of Washington's new assault weapons ban.
This is illegal. It's a chunk of metal.
Chad Bear says the law has hampered business.
This is now illegal to sell in Washington,
leaving them with inventory they can't sell.
I think in the building somewhere to the tune of right around 50 grand.
But that's not the only issue. Pistol Annie's is a pawn shop.
If somebody leaves a pawn here and they don't come back for it, what do I do with it?
Chad tells me this is an issue many pawn shops are dealing with because people use assault weapons as collateral to get loans they need, but if the owner doesn't come back, the collateral left behind is no good.
Now I'm stuck with something that I can't transfer, I can't sell it, I can't do anything with it, it just sits here.
An average person should be able to read this and say, oh, I'm exempt, or oh, this is covered.
Senator Phil Fortunato says this situation could have been cleared up if his amendment to the assault weapons ban would have been accepted.
Pawns are exempt from this because if they pawn it, it's not a sale, and they're getting their own firearm back.
But since it wasn't?
So now we just got to keep asking the AG, is this covered? Is this covered? Is this exempt?
Which isn't ideal for the people working at impacted businesses.
It's frustrating and it's stressful.
That was Cornelius Hawker reporting. So if you live in Washington and you'd want to weigh in, the Attorney General's office is accepting comments until it issues an opinion. You can find the information on how to do that on the Attorney General's website.
This morning, the Vancouver Police Department is asking for help to find a missing woman who's pregnant. She hasn't been seen or heard from since the beginning of May. So take a look at your screen. This is 31-year-old Kaylee Wheelis. She's about 5 feet 7 inches tall and about 8 months pregnant. Investigators tell us Kaylee is houseless, and right now they're concerned about her and her baby's health. Anyone with information should contact the Vancouver Police Department.
And Portland police say they have spoken to investigators at other agencies and are squashing rumors that the deaths of 6 women around the metro area are connected. This comes after 22-year-old Ashley Reel's body was found in rural Clackamas County last month. She was last seen in Portland. This marked the 6th death within a 100-mile radius of the city. Police say detectives are working with Clackamas County officials on that case, and they're also investigating the death of Kristen Smith of Gresham. Her body was found in February in the Pleasant Valley neighborhood.
Dove Lewis Animal Hospital in Northwest Portland is back open 24/7 again for walk-in patients. The clinic suspended its round-the-clock service in October, but they say they're now restaffed and ready to help more animals.
When you're worried, we're ready and we're here. So call us because we're here 24/7. We're going to answer the phone. So if you're not sure whether your pet needs help, just pick up the phone and give us a call. We have team members here. We have technicians. We have veterinarians. We can answer your questions and we can help you make the decision.
Dove Lewis also says they'll partner with Audubon Portland to handle any wild animal injuries that you may encounter after hours.
And this morning we are live out at 1882 Grill previewing the first ever Taste of Mac. It's an event happening this weekend to give people the chance to sample the best beer, wine, and food in McMinnville. And we had mentioned this a little bit earlier in the show. We were like, oh, what are they making? Drew was like, I can't see it. The screen's too small. Well, they really are making dumplings, and they happen to be shrimp and pork dumplings this morning. Ooh, I am always hungry, so I'd like to try those. By the way, 1882, if you didn't know, is when McMinnville was incorporated as a town. So I think that's where the name comes from.
So there you go. The details on the screen right there. Taste of Mac is this Saturday, noon to 5. Tickets cost $30, and we're talking about more than 24 wineries, restaurants, tap rooms, pubs. You can get more information at visitmcminnville.com.
Ooh, so many opportunities to eat and drink and all the good food.
But if you're not paying close attention, I would be disappointed if I showed up and there wasn't any, mac and cheese. I can't get past the name.
You see what we did there, though, Rod? What we did there with that story is we ignore the fact that today is Monday. We were trying to go from one weekend that just ended to the very next weekend, which is still a few days away.
Yeah.
But maybe we should focus on Monday for a second.
I like the first
idea.
Better.
Yeah.
The first idea. Here's a look at kind of what's not going on, if you will. Once again, most of the rain is going to be outside of Oregon. There are a few showers popping in the Cascades just south of the Bend area. You can see them right here. And outside of Eugene and Roseburg, this will be the area of potential shower thunderstorm development today, primarily down in south central areas. Not really expecting much of this to get up into the Bend Sun River area, but clearly, I would say there's the chance if you're going to be over in Central Oregon. Pretty early morning skies. We have clear skies, including the coast. There's the moon right there from Yaquina Bay. And you can see, boy, that is glassy, still water. That is a clear sky up top. 39 right now in Newport. Boy, that's chilly. Winds are calm. This is a black and white photo, but I thought it was pretty. This is, you can see the moon. Partly cloudy skies. There are the Three Sisters from Aspen Lakes Golf Course. And remember, there are showers popping just south of this area this morning, but really pretty early morning shot there. And there's City Fair all lit up with the big wheel and the clear skies over downtown Portland. We are at 54. Other numbers, 49 up in Kelso. The warm spot out in the Dalles, 60. It's not bad out east this morning. 50s in John Day, Burns, Baker City's at 49. All right, Futurecast is going to show Idaho getting some showers and thunderstorms. Medford, showers and thunderstorms again, primarily in south central parts of Oregon today. Well, those breezes that people were talking about over the weekend, maybe you were going, hey, it's windy outside. Those are expected to still be with us today. At the coast, it's a north to northwest wind. Gusts could go as high as 40 miles per hour with the sun and temperatures in the 60s. This shows Astoria having a chance to get all the way up to 70. In the valley, those winds primarily gusting to about 30, could be a little bit higher, and this is kind of erratic stuff. But in the morning hours, too, we will lose those winds tomorrow. Temperatures warm up today. You can see the 80s from McMinnville, Salem, Corvallis, 79 in Longview, but 83 in Battleground and 84 in Vancouver. Still looks like we'll hit 90s. I have them for 2 days now, Tuesday, Wednesday, so upcoming. Still pretty toasty on Thursday and then cooling down into the 70s for the upcoming weekend. And that's your forecast. Devin?
All right, Rod, thank you. Coming up in just a few minutes, the head custodian at Rosa Parks Elementary in North Portland is credited with saving a student's life. How her quick thinking had her sprinting to help to stop a 4th grader from choking. I'll have her story after the break. We'll be right back.